Hey guys, welcome back to TSI. I'm Dave. Thanks for watching. And this, my friends, is the most tactical rig I have ever seen. I am not worthy of you. I am not worthy of you. This, my friends, is a Type 83 South African chest rig, and it is tactical. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. It's tactical in a good way, all seriousness. I wore this rig at the recent RGT Performance Rifle class in White House, Tennessee. I wore this rig from breakfast until dinner. It was on me all day. I sweated in it, I trained in it, I wore it when I was taking a shit, and I'm not actually kidding about that. I actually wore this when I was taking a poopy. Anyway, how is this rig? How is its performance in the field? Well, I'm not going to go tell you that it's the best rig of all time, although it is really fucking tactical. I'm going to tell you this. The rig is surprisingly comfortable. It is very easy to adjust, and that's really its two strongest characteristics. It has a lot of weaknesses, though, which I'm going to go into as the video progresses. Okay, so let's do an overview. So the first thing is that it's very comfortable. That's the one thing I want to get out of the way really, really quick. This thing is comfortable. These big straps here really distribute the weight very well for me. Like I said, so with a lot of these chest rigs, sometimes if you wear them for a long time, you'll get actually, your skin will become red because of the straps rubbing against you constantly. I had that problem with a lot of the SOE rigs. They were made out of a very dense, thick, rough material. This, however, I didn't have any problems with. It's because of its so generous straps. Oh, yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to some of the features of this super tactical rig. Okay, so as you can see, it has pockets. Now, that is pretty natural in a chest rig. Without pockets, this thing would be, well, I don't know what it would be. Not a chest rig, that's for certain. Okay, so as you can see, there's two right down here. And it's about three. Ooh, I just made a tactical drop. But that brings me to a good point. I'll use this kerfuffle as a strength. Now, before anyone gets excited, this is a 10-round magazine. It's not a 30-round magazine. Don't get too excited. I'm in New York, for those who are watching. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, I want to point out one of its kind of flaws with AR-15 magazines. This rig was not designed with AR-15 magazines in mind. It just wasn't. I believe it was designed for a Galil variant. So it's a little bit more suited to those magazines, which are a tad longer. So if you look, let's just put it in one of the tabs, one of the pockets, if you will. Stick that shit in here. As you can see, the PMag, it doesn't sit all that low, and it's really not too bad. But where you run into problems is with a GI magazine. The GI magazine will sit very low to the point of it being really hard to actually grab. And honestly, if you have two PMags in this pouch over here, it is pretty hard to grab. They're really not designed for these type of magazines. They do work, though, as you can see in the video of me at the class running this rig. And I'd like to thank Benjamin Joint at the Tap Rock blog channel for actually posting that video. I didn't take a single video because I'm lazy as hell, but he did it for me. So you can actually see me run the rig. And in that video, I didn't have a problem actually withdrawing any magazines because, again, these polymer style magazines are better than the GI magazines when running these. But here's the thing. They're really not, they're really not designed for it. That's probably my biggest complaint with this. And it's not really any fault of the rig itself, but the fact that it doesn't really work with my favorite magazine in the universe, the AR-15 magazine, or at least has some trouble with some variants of it, the GI mag in particular, which you can, shit GI magazines out. They're everywhere. I mean, Jesus Christ. You can find them in fucking convenience stores almost. Okay, so let's go over a little bit more features of this. It's got other pouches too, not just for mags. It's got this pouch here, which, honestly, these two pouches over here, well, let's talk about this pouch first. I don't know what this pouch is for. I really don't. It doesn't have any dividers in them. I'm assuming it might be for a tourniquet or something like that. I actually use this for a water bottle, and it works really well. I just put a water bottle in here, and you actually curve it this way, and the spout will actually come out that way. So it's kind of convenient in that way. Actually works really well. And the funny part about running a water bottle in this, if it's very, very cold and you're running in a very, very hot environment, it actually will cool you down quite a bit. So has got a little mini refrigerator on it, if you will. Cool, huh? All right, so other pockets, it's got this thing. I don't know, it's just for grenade, maybe, compass. Maybe this is for a grenade. I don't know. I'm not really tactical enough to know these things. But if I were to guess, this might be is probably for accessories. This might be for a radio or maybe even a grenade or something like that. So let's go over to the other side. Now, as before, I kind of alluded to the fact that this thing is very, very easy to adjust. And God, is it. This is it. To loosen it, just pull out. Or that's to tighten it. That's to loosen it. Just pull. Of course, doesn't want to do when I'm here. Yep, pull out like that. And then to tighten it up, just grab this tab and you tighten it. It's just really simple. All you do is you put it on, and with these two straps over here, all you do is just pull them, and you can tighten it to your body instantly. It's fucking brilliant. It's fucking amazing. When I had my SOE chest rig, I didn't know how to engineer rockets before I knew how to adjust that thing. With this thing, it's simple. It's easy. All you do is pull on the fucking tabs. It's so goddamn easy. That's what I love about this rig. It is preposterously easy to adjust. And the same thing goes with the back area too. All you do basically is just loosen it up, or that's tightening it. But when you loosen it up like this, when you want to tighten it, you grab this, pull it to your size, and it stays that way. Like it does not move. It really doesn't. It's great. I love that aspect of it. Let's look at other aspects of this chest rig. Oh, yeah. Got a map patch in here. I have never used anything like this ever in any chest rig I've ever owned. That doesn't mean they're useless. It just means I've never used them myself. So, really, that's about it, guys, with this chest rig. Typically, you can find these for about $30 online. I know if you look on Google or you look on eBay, you can find these around. They're about $30, something like that. And honestly, $30 for a chest rig like this, it's really, really not bad. And I was discussing this with my friends before. A way that you can compensate for the fact that it doesn't fit AR-15 magazines that well is simply put a rag or a sock on the bottom of this. Or I was even thinking just maybe put some sort of grommet here or cut down the magazine. Now you can do magazine pouch rather. You can do a bunch of different shit to it. But I haven't done anything yet because I'm still kind of experimenting with it. So guys, the South African chest rig. It is one sexy piece of kit. Is it the most tactical thing in the world? No, it doesn't have Molly straps, doesn't have tourniquet kits, doesn't have fucking Christmas lights on it. But you know what? It works, and it works well, and it's comfortable, and it does its job. One final note. If you can do the math, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 magazines are possible to be put in this particular rig. And that's a lot of ammo for an AR-15. That's a lot. And with an AR-15 and with the magazines, you really, really don't notice it because the ammo and the magazines are so lightweight. Love the AR-15, AR-15 for life. That's what I'm going to go with. And if you don't like it, well, that's fine. I really don't care. Oh, and one final thing. Let's try an AK mag and see how that works. This is an AK mag, just a standard European mag. Obviously, it's been pinned to 10 rounds because, well, that's where I live. Okay, so let's try to put this in and see if it works. I honestly don't know. I gotta do this off camera. Okay, well, it fits. Fits a single AK magazine. I don't have another one to test, but I imagine it would actually fit them rather well. So that's your answer if it fits AK magazines. Because I don't have another one, I can't really tell you whether or not they'll fit too comfortably, but it kind of looks like it would. So let's do something kind of, let's try to unify the world here. Let's put an AK mag and an AR mag in at the same time. Good, it's like ebony and ivory, AK and AR, living in harmony and all that happy shit. Okay guys, this is Dave from TSI. I'm really glad you're able to watch this video. And if you see these rigs out, pick them up, man. They're good. Again, they're not the latest and greatest thing in the world, but if you need an extra chest rig, if you just want a comfortable, affordable, practical rig, here it is. Maybe use it for a friend, a girlfriend, a loved one, whatever. Use this thing. It's good. I like it. You should too. Goodbye.